Let's talk about names, okay? So you're born into two bloodlines, your mother's and your father's name, and they also carry energy. You also have your first and middle name. More importantly, your first name. Your middle name is a complement to your first name, but your first name is power that you carry in this lifetime, and it's also called as a reminder to who you are in this lifetime. This is why it's important to be mindful of giving your child 18,972 different nicknames, or your child allowing other people to nickname them as they go through teenage years or whatever. Each time you give yourself another name, you split yourself. It becomes another aspect of you. So let's say I'm Kijana, right? I was called Kiwi, Ki, K. These are the three things I can think of. Then you have Mama. Then I was called Kawana. That's how my name was pronounced originally by my mom, but my name is Kijana. These are aspects of me. When you split based on your experience and where you've heard that nickname or that other name the most, you morph into that person each time, which is the energy of that name. So Kiwi was something that I was called when I was a child. So if someone was to call me Kiwi, which is a name I've never liked, they're calling on the child version of me and however she behaved and acted as Kiwi. If you call on Kawana, I was known as Kawana until I was 40. Kawana is going to show up and she got the goods. She is the one with 40 years of experience of who I've been, and she's also the pain body. But then you have Kijana. Kijana is the spiritual educator, the guide, the teacher, the medicine woman. So you have to be careful about how many times you split yourself, because they become fragments of you and they're fragments of your life, and you need to combine all of these aspects of you back together. Okay? There's a name for this, and at the moment it escapes me, but they call it soul something. You have the power to bring back these aspects of you and integrate them into oneness through acceptance of who you are. I'm talking about names because it is so important for you to be careful about renaming yourself, understanding that the name that you walked into this world with is powerful, is important, and it calls you into wholeness when people call your name. The moment that you become something else, it's a fragment of you, and you need to integrate it. It does not change your lessons that you were here to learn, and it does not erase everything you've been and who you are. Like, I don't know how people, if they still doing this now, but I just remember some years ago, all I saw was people was changing their name to I'm spiritual butterfly ecstasy. I'm all these names that they've created. I'm fairy delight, whatever they come up with. And it's as if they're trying to leave behind who they've been. Like, this is my spiritual name. First, deal with your other names first. Deal with who you are. Heal that you before you continue to split. And you have people who constantly change their names. They're running from themselves. But their power is in healing the other versions that they've been and then bringing them all together through acceptance and love and seeing themselves and understanding why they created these patterns of distortion for themselves. So before you rename yourself, do the work to understand who you are, who you've been, and then start collecting the other parts of you and pulling them back in and creating that wholeness within yourself. Okay, get that work. And if you ever want to learn how to do it, if you ever want a session, you can always book on kijanaunplugged.com on Book Now. All right? Bye.